All right, this is Iron Bill. I'm back again. It's Beyond Light, and it's here. And yeah, I've been after I finally did get in today, which did take a while. I probably spent the first. I spent 3 hours just trying to log in, so I didn't get as much play done as I wished I would have. But what I have got done, what I did is I opened up with Europa, and probably have done I don't know, half the quest line today, and I switched over to the Cosmodrome to try to build up my light level there. Just one play around. Didn't want to get stuck on one mode the entire time, and I really don't want to make this too much of a grind. So when it began to feel a little bit grindy, I just kind of shifted over and yeah, just mucked around a bit, explored, because we have Cosmodrome back, and I wanted to get in and have a look at that. And see what was going on, see what changes were made. I also collected the world chests in the Cosmodrome, and that was a pretty quick way to boost my power level up a bit. And I think I'm currently around 1190. I'm just under 1200. And again, I know there are people that are already in the 1220s and 1230s and what have you, and that's just not going to be me. I really don't want to go at it that way because you know, if you push it that hard, next thing you know, you're out of content and you're complaining that it's empty. So I figured take my time. Now, weapons haven't come as quickly as I hope they might. I've got this pulse rifle that you get from the quest. Also got a shotgun that came from the quest, and then of course there's the exotic shotgun, the duality, that I also have. Aside from that, there really haven't been any new weapons. It's just been reintroducing the old weapons, and in fact there's a chaperone quest, and I started that just kind of mucking around, and I thought, you know what, I don't know, I didn't even know it was gone, and I'm a little surprised that there was a quest for that. But that being said, it didn't look like it was too tough, and I just started that, then didn't mess with things too much. Anyway, I debated about whether or not I would show you any footage tonight of any of the quests, and this is just one of the quests. And I'm not going to show you all the way to the end because this isn't going to be a very long video tonight. There's really no need to. Pretty straightforward. I don't have my darkness unlocked, as in I can equip it yet. I'm not going to spoil how you wind up using it. That's not that important, but yeah, that being said, you do get to use it before you can actually equip it. I will spoil it that far. But that's not unlike the way it was in Destiny 2 when you first found your powers. Obviously, there's a mechanic here that I'm engaged in. If you've been following, you can see it, where I can disable his shield. Yeah, I really want to cut away from this before we get too deep into it, so forgive me. I don't want to give too much up. I don't want to spoil this, so let's pause there. There's the mission complete. There's the cutscene. Don't want to give too much up on that. Yeah, let's just go earlier. Anyway, I'll finish with just some random play here. By the way, this pulse rifle is a 390 an adaptive frame. Nothing super special. I think the shotgun's an aggressive frame. Nothing too special there. And I suspect that these are weapons that won't get much of a look after the initial quest. I mean, the sight on this thing is just ugly. When I ADS down it, I mean, the one thing about it is you can see through the weather with this, which I don't know about anybody else, but I've not had to deal with the weather too much as of yet. And I'm hoping it becomes a bigger deal than what it is. But yeah, you look at that sight. Yeah, that's just not very pleasant at all. The story itself is okay. It's a little muddy right now for my taste. You know, I guess I'm just kind of pushing through things a little more than I should, and should just, you know, try to enjoy the quest line a bit more, even though I'm trying to, you know, none of it's really sticking with me. So, or at least not in a meaningful way. So, yeah, I mean, you could just click right through stuff, and it doesn't really impact the play that much at all. Unfortunately, I was hoping for more, but yeah, and maybe it'll come. So far, there's not that much tie together with the characters. They're all in it, but I don't know. And again, I talked a lot about Mass Effect last night and just how wonderfully that story was woven. I guess I woke up today with Mass Effect on my mind, and I cannot compare this game to Mass Effect in terms of storytelling. They're just two different games altogether, and it's not fair to Destiny to do that. So, all right, I don't think there's much else I want to add. I will continue to get my power leveled up probably tomorrow. And then I'm going to pick up some PvP, and we're going to see where that goes. Right now, I don't know anything about it. I don't know if it's... something I do know. I did answer this, and I was kind of leaning into that, so forgive me for jumping here. The kiosk for the Forgotten Weapons, absolutely. You can get Pinnacle weapons that you haven't gotten before. Tonight I picked up Mountaintop just because I didn't have it. And I wanted to tick that off on the collections. Now I've got Not Forgotten and Luna's Howl that I could pick up too. I don't know. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I will. But the resources right now are really expensive, man, and I don't want to use up all my resources before I know what I want to do with my armor. So. And I also want to see how the economy works and how easy it is to get that stuff back. I mean, if it's impossible to get back, then it'd be foolish to waste too many resources on a sunset weapon, which all three of those weapons are. All right, I think that's probably about enough tonight. And, I hope you have been able to get in and play. I hope you've enjoyed it. I have enjoyed what I've played, just not in the way that I hope to. And it is pretty. You can see the difference on the Cosmodrome when you go into it, the colors, just really the whole tone of the game. It's almost like they changed the entire palette, and I like it. So lots of good in it right now. This adaptive frame gun is working pretty well, but if you recall, and this is where I'll end, just when you start thinking that, and I remember the damaged sidearm that you would get at the beginning of Destiny 2. Yeah. And that really wasn't too bad until you got other weapons. I mean, it was one of those deals that once you got powered up, you'd never use that thing again, that white weapon. And it's just useful to remember that these missions are leveled, for where you're at right now. And a gun that works right now may not work so well later on. Just worth noting. All right, so... I hope you've enjoyed your time here tonight, and with that, this is Iron Bill, and I'm signing out.